Rolling? Okay. So here's the bass guitar. Obviously it goes without saying that's the one with 4 strings rather than 6 strings. So the first thing you need is a bass amp, a bass, and a jack-to-jack cable. The jack-to-jack cable you can get from the music studio or the recording studio, if you ask Ash nicely. The first thing that we've got to do is plug in all the cables into the right places. So the first thing you want to do is plug the cable into the bass. Okay? Normally it's at the side here. Sometimes it can be at the back here. So you might have to look around, but you'll find it quite easily, and then you just plug in. Once that's in, you want to be plugging into the amp. Now if we look here at the inputs on the amp, so if you come here and just have a look at the inputs here, you will see a very obvious place where it says input. We have one other amplifier that we use which says active input and passive input. In that one you go on active input. Okay, so we plug in there. Okay, now the next thing we now want to do is turn the amplifier on. So you're going to have to come back around here. If we look at the back of this amplifier, it has 2 buttons that both need to be set on on. On the other amps it might be in a different place. I've now set both of them to on. Now the last thing you want to check is obviously that the power is on at the main socket, which it wasn't in this case. So here we have it, and we've switched it on. Now this noise here is happening because we've forgotten one step. That important step is turning down the master volume before you do anything else. That's when you get that kind of noise. We want to avoid that at all costs. So, next thing you now do is start turning up the volumes. So the first one you turn up is the master volume on your amplifier. And then you turn up the volume on your bass. Normally the volume button on the bass sits right here at the top. Now the only amplifiers that you can use for bass is these ones here, and there's another amplifier that says low down on it. Okay, it's important that you use the correct amplifier for that. If you are not getting a sound, if you're following all the steps and you're not getting a sound, the first few things that you need to check is try to change the cable. If you change the cable, then you might find that it's the cable that's faulty, and the next things after that is probably just to get some help. Okay, but first check the cable. So next thing now is to unplug the bass once you're packing up. To do that, you need to do things in the right order again to avoid damaging the equipment. First thing you do is switch the amplifier off. Wait until all the lights have come out. Then take the cord out of the amplifier. Then take the cord out of the guitar. Put the guitar away somewhere safe, like in a stand. And then you roll the cable up, return it to Ash in the studio, and there you're done.